Our massive refinery world project is well underway, and with this project completed, hydrogen and energetic graphite are unlikely to be in shortage for the remainder of the series at all. And we can set our sights much more firmly on the construction of the Gakrux Dyson Sphere. Hello Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Dyson Sphere Program in our Alpha Andromedae series. So, we have the blueprint created. We pretty much just have to lay it down. So let's do that. Now, in some cases, like this one right here, I might need to space it differently. I think I'll probably just lay it down like so. Yeah, it looks like it's not going to fit perfectly everywhere, but that's okay. I will reconnect everything as needed. And also, I'm not sure if the... Whoa! How did that happen? Okay, well, it seems like maybe I might not have set up the landfill as perfectly as I might have hoped, but I'm still going to lay this down and fill in the gaps as needed. This is going to mostly build itself as I go around the planet. Alright, that went down completely. So there will be some spots where I have to fill it in manually, and that's okay. It'll provide a little bit of extra work, but not a lot. And of course, yeah, it looks like the... Oh yeah, didn't catch that. This is getting in the way of a lot of things. Let's go ahead and delete the rest of these. Thankfully, the construction bots are moving very, very rapidly to get everything built. So a lot of the manual stuff will not take a lot of time. I'm surprised how many of these wind turbines I had down. I forgot that I built this many here. Alright, those are done now. And now, while they're going ham, building all that, what I'll be curious about is, did the ones in the center connect adequately? They should have, but it depends on which ones got selected in the blueprint. Don't know for sure yet, and we'll find out. It seems like in some cases, the power buildings might not have gotten placed down, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. But for the most part, this went pretty smoothly. This is a ton of refineries. And as I mentioned last episode, I might put the belts down on my own. Yeah, so there are definitely some sections where the refineries just didn't get built on account of the landfill not being placed properly. But that is okay. It's par for the course. And this is the only time we'll have to do this kind of micro with the belts, because I just forgot about the wind turbines being there. So this will be a relatively easy fix. And it does seem like the belts are connected, although maybe not. No, they're not. At least not here. Maybe they're connected farther down the line. What are you talking about, collide with other object? There's not a collision. Sometimes... Okay, so there are some spots where they didn't combine perfectly. But it's okay. For the most part... Hang on, did the outer belt combine correctly? It doesn't look like it did. Otherwise, we would be having oil flowing down this line. What's the problem? It might just be that we're out of power. So I think what I'm going to have to do here to fix this, frustrating as it is, these are powered, but we just don't have enough of them. So tell you what, that's one thing I can address right now. I can burn more energetic graphite here because there'll be more energetic graphite here anyway. Lack of item, what are you talking about? I've got plenty. They're right there. Don't tell me lack of item. There we go. All right, we'll have to space them apart. Hello? No, that's not at all accurate. I don't know why. Oh, I get it. I see what happened. All right, let's remove the sorter previews and space them manually. All right, so we'll have to put the sorters down manually. Not a huge issue. Oh, that one was a little bit too far. That's fine. Place that one there. And we'll put the sorters down now. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so they were not evenly spaced. I thought they were. But there should be enough space in between these. Now, I doubt this will be nearly enough power to fix the problem, but it will help burn more energetic graphite in the short term. It looks like there's still plenty to be built. All right, so that's everything. Question is, how much power is actually needed here? All right, generation capacity is at 95.2, consumption demand is at 44.9. So now I suppose my question is, oh, is it completely disconnected from the grid? Because no, it's not. It's definitely functioning. There are just a lot of things still being built, like sorters. Okay, the oil made it all the way down. I can see that clearly. So let's just move along here and see if we can't get everything else connected, because I think the main problem is that not all of the satellite substations built where they were supposed to, which is fine. Are they at least connected? They are. Are you connected? You are. Okay, so I guess one further down here didn't connect. Let's figure out which one. I remember seeing that one spot didn't have one. Yep, is this one. Why didn't you build? That would have made everything so much easier. And now... Okay, so that makes a little bit more sense. I think there's a lot of backup, otherwise they will be... Otherwise there would be a lot more going on. Alright, yeah, blueprint anchor position change. Alright, let's continue with this. Yeah, so I can see where the gap in the central lines is going to be a problem, but I'll make do. Okay, it looks like we are out of refineries, which was expected. Also looks like I might be getting dangerously close to being out of conveyor belts, which is also expected. Yeah, so it seems like the belts on the outside, ironically, are fine. So this is already absolutely gargantuan as an undertaking. And that's it. Yeah, I don't think... it's going to take another trip. We're going to need to go get some more belts, primarily. But also, there are a few locations that still are not powered. So let's get that addressed right away. I don't know why those didn't build consistently. That's kind of frustrating. Maybe I didn't space them properly? For whatever reason, they just didn't build in the interval they were supposed to build. But I'm sure it's fine. Also, it doesn't look like all of the... Yeah, these didn't build in the interval they were supposed to build either. But I can fix that manually, like so. Just by going along and spotting the gaps. Alright, so not a perfect blueprint. Unfortunately. I thought it was. But it was not. I will need to build additional refineries here. I'm glad I built all those extra Tesla towers when I did. Alright, and that, I think, is everything. Yeah, so normally what I would do in this situation is I would go ahead and, like, connect the wires, or not the wires, but the conveyor belts all the way around the planet so that these resources could flow around, kind of like we did on our lava world. But I can't do that in this case. For obvious reasons. Because I'm almost out of conveyor belts. So we're going to have to head back and grab more. But we already have... Hang on, let's go around and see how far that went. We are out of refineries too, but we are more than halfway around the planet, which is fantastic progress. And because this is Dyson Sphere Program, and the game lets you take a break anytime you want, without worrying about whether things will break, which that will change, of course, when the combat update is added. Again, combat stuff will be completely optional. You don't have to worry about the enemy attacking you if you enjoy just the cozy vibes of this game. But because you can just step away, we're going to do that and grab some more of these necessary resources. Also, I'm going to need to make more of these. Many, many more refineries. And it looks like I have some of the ingredients I need. Ooh, to make 12 more. Nice. So I need more steel. That's not a problem. So we'll make some more refineries. We'll let the bots bring us more conveyor belts, and then we'll just go back and finish building it. And then everything will be connected, and the amount of... you're not ready. The amount of hydrogen and energetic graphite that's going... graphite. I keep wanting to say energetic graphene, but it's definitely graphite. That is produced is going to be mind-blowing. And one of the nice things about having that set up is that eventually we won't have oil on this planet anymore. We're still fine for now. We have full storage, and as a matter of fact, I think I can expand that. Yep. So we have absolutely full storage, and we're refining it at a decent rate. But eventually we won't be able to produce any of those resources or have a refinery operation on this planet anymore. So the fact that we are keeping an eye on expanding our oil production and just taking care of it now is a really positive step to take. Okay, so oil refinery. I need more steel. That's 10 stacks of steel. Should be enough. Alright, and now I need some stacks of these. That should be good. Now it looks like I need some circuit boards. Nice. Alright. This might take me around the rest of the way. I wouldn't be surprised if it did. Alright, now I need a bit more steel, and I should be fine. Conveyor belts are done, so that will leave me plenty of space. So I'm absolutely just going to go crazy, grabbing a few more stacks of this. Yeah. That's most of the rest of the way. I'm actually going to be really surprised. That's over 100 more refineries. We can leave pretty much right now and go continue to build them. I have more of everything that I need now, so I'm pretty much in good shape. Let me see if there's anything I can put back. Although, I guess I can grab... Yeah. Let's just be thorough. Nice. Yeah, this will definitely do it. Okay, I'm not going to do any more. It's not necessary to do anymore. Alright, so I think I can just go. I think that's going to be enough. We still have a really nice, just backlog of research happening right now. We're going to need to make more choices soon-ish, but for now, let's head back to Leonis Minoris, because I just want to have this ring fully operational. And then we can take a look at some of the other projects we've had going over the past few episodes, like Al-Rami, Zeta Aurae, Leonis Minoris 1, and see how they're doing. And then it's just a matter of getting set up. Where are you? Here. Around Gakrux. Because that is a very, very bright star, and it's the perfect candidate for a Dyson Sphere. And we're going to build it there. And we're going to have everything we need to do it quickly and efficiently. Well, it'll take time to build, but we're going to get it done. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, so lots of refineries are going to come into place right here as soon as, yep, construction bot's going crazy. Everything already in inventory? Yep. So let me just walk along the line here and get everything placed. And then did I place those refineries that... Oh, hang on. You know what? I need to build more of these, don't I? Oh, but I can't build more of them right now because I'm waiting to build my massive ton of refineries. So that's going to take a while. That's totally okay, though, because I have refineries to build, and I have plenty to put down. So you can already tell that we're still a little bit, like, at capacity, which is hilarious to me. Need foundation support. Oh, yeah, that's right. You know, that whole reason that things didn't work here. Might want to place that, Hadrian. Might want to think about it. And there too. And there too. Okay, what happened there? That's not enough space. So I must not have placed a few of them correctly. Well, that's annoying, but we'll have to live with it at this point because there's nothing that can be done. Now, wait a minute. Why in the heck? All right, good. It's just this group of them. But some of these don't have sorters for some silly reason. So let's go ahead and fix that right now. Yeah, this one's functional. So I just need you... Oh, I think I see why. There we go. We'll just use that. And then same thing here. Yeah, so we'll just leave some space there in order for that to function normally. That splitter. Everything else looks like it's connected in a healthy way, and it's just a matter of getting these connected. So let's do this. So fast. Okay, so hold on. A bunch of these don't... How did this happen? I don't get it. Is it maybe because... Several of these don't have... Maybe I copied one, not realizing that it didn't have the sorter attached. That's annoying. I'll just build them manually. This normally would go much more smoothly, but for whatever reason, little tiny... I mean, it mainly has to do with the landfill and things getting in the way of the blueprint. But it's certainly possible to have this go flawlessly if a lot of the little things that get in your way don't get in your way. All right, and the rest of these are fine. Yeah, the rest are completely fine. For whatever goofy reason. So now it's just a matter of continuing to put these down. which will mostly go smoothly, I think. There we go. Yeah, so we definitely have a shortage of the Tesla towers. We'll just have to live with. Now we're starting to come around the far side of the planet. So we're almost done. Oh my god, there's the refinery. Yeah, we're done. That's it. That's the whole ring. So it's not perfectly spaced, but it's so close. So now let's run over there and get the rest of it built. And with that, at least, we'll have the ring in place. I don't think I'll have to go back for any more conveyor belts. And once that's done, I'm going to be able to have all of these various goods sent up to the Interstellar Logistics Station, which will allow for exporting and just additional resources to be burned. Construction bots going ham. It's great. All right, so it does seem like some of these still didn't build. That's another aspect that I don't understand, because I spaced, as far as I can tell, I spaced all this stuff perfectly. And yet some of these did not build. All right, it looks like these are building now too. That's good. Let's go ahead and get some of these placed. So we've finished building all of the refineries. All right. And now I can keep going around this way, because we're mostly still amidst the ones that had already been built. Imagine how much longer this would have taken to go manually, though. In some ways, you can argue that you could have just blueprinted the lines and then did shift clicking. So manual copy-paste. You don't need a blueprint for the entire thing, but I thought it'd be fun to try. Having had this experience now, I think what I would probably do on my next refinery world is just that. I would blueprint the conveyor belts, have them go all the way around, and then just go crazy copy-pasting the various refineries. Now, mind you, all of this that's currently running is going on one extractor of oil. So we definitely have more to do in that regard. Without question. All right, I think we're about to make it all the way around. Yeah, this is the weirdest part here, is that not all of these placed. Problem solved, but man, it's just strange. Like, I could have sworn I had that part right. Probably just has to do with the exact squares that I included as part of the blueprint, and it didn't repeat across space in the same way that I expected, or that anyone would have expected. Okay. And there we go. Now we have the whole ring operating, and all of those resources are going around the entire planet continuously, running through this entire apparatus, which is really handy, I have to say. But one of the things we need to do now, in order to actually make sure that this is a functioning refinery world, right here, I'm going to start pulling some of these. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to pull them off. Oh no. Oh no, there are a bunch of these with what the? All right. You see this? So a little bit of additional work needed here before I even do anything to get export done. I don't understand. It might be that some of the blueprints... Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know why these wouldn't have been put down. But it seems like there are a lot. Yeah, it might be that one of them got deselected in the blueprint, so I might need to go across the entire planet real quick. Just in Zen mode, doing one at a time. See if I can figure out why, in fact, Yeah, this line is completely full. So the entire ring around the entire planet is full of these. And it definitely seems like I must have missed one, because it's a pretty even cadence. Yeah, one of these didn't get selected. Oh my gosh, that's frustrating. Oh wait, nope. Stop. Yeah, that one did not have a filter selected. Yeah, now look at these. None of these are set. So I think when I copy-pasted these, I didn't realize that I was copy-pasting one that didn't have the output. And all of these are fine. All of these are fine. And how are these over here? All of these are fine. Now, these might be ones that I just fixed. But it seems like there were a bunch of problematic blueprints. Whether or not that will continue to be the case remains to be seen. But, as I was saying, before I realized that problem, a lot of this place is not functioning at the moment because of how backed up these lines are, so I need to get some of the energetic graphite off the planet. We're going to do that right now. So, I'm actually going to use this as the point at which the ring breaks and heads up the chain, so to speak. So let me first figure out exactly where this needs to be placed. Looks like right about there. Perfect. That is right on the line, which is where I wanted it to be. And we don't even need a splitter, actually, because it's going to just carry these directly up. Now, this is going to increase power consumption dramatically, because as I pull these off, all of the refinery is going to come back to life because they're able to spit the stuff out onto the line. So let me use a bit of a different method here. There we go. Just using a straight line, as the lines were starting to converge, as expected. Oh yeah, I remember. This was a bit of a janky line. That's fine. Everything is fine. And now those are going to fill up very quickly. And on top of that, hang on, how are we doing power production-wise? We're actually okay at the moment, but I don't think that'll stay that way. So let's get our landfill and add some more rows of these, because I would love to just burn off some of this excess. Not only from import, although, you know, it's interesting. At some point in the future, I have the option, I don't have to do this, but I have the option of converting. Why are you doing this? What do you mean you'll collide with another object? Those sorters should just... Yeah. This doesn't always work as smoothly as you would think. It works here. Okay. There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted it to happen. That's what I wanted to happen, rather. That's what I wanted it to do. Good lord. Just making me fight for it. Alright, so how are we doing on power production? We're fine. Now, consumption demand is going to keep going up on this world. I think one of the things I also need to do now is do the same thing that I just did with hydrogen. Now, thankfully, there are some gaps. I also need to get some of the fuel off the line. Whoa, hello. So there are still some spots where I need to have a tower. So yeah, now would be a very good time for me to go around and spot for any more of those openings. But in the rare instances... Yep, there's one. In the rare instances where there are gaps in this apparatus... Yep. This is going to be the spot. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Did I not... Aha! It's not fully connected. This whole time, it hasn't actually been fully connected. So now it might function a little bit differently with these resources able to flow around the entire planet, which is what they're supposed to be doing this whole time. I was wondering how it was backed up already, and then I saw the empty lines in the middle. I was like, that shouldn't be. There's no way that should be the case. But okay, now we have additional fuel coming up here, and it's going to continue to send fuel to those power plants. That will help with power. Power consumption will continue going up as those refineries come back online. But another thing that I can do is burn off some of the hydrogen, or at least export some of the hydrogen. So I think what I'll do here is what I mentioned possibly doing before. And that's get an additional sorter or splitter set up. Oh, it actually won't let me build it there. Really? Alright, well, just kidding. I won't do it there. Or I could move this one slightly. That's what I'll do. I'll move it ever so slightly. Won't be a problem. I can just move it back, and I can have two side by side. Just wasn't expecting to have to do that. It's fine, though. It'll all work out. So now I can delete this section, right? Right? Thank you. There we go. That'll go right through. And then once again, now this is a little bit different because the way this works, you know, you want some of these resources to be going back around. These, I'm going to split off the line and just have them exported. Could I have them come up this way? I could. I think I'd rather do it this way, though. Alright, there's this, and we just bring it down to water level and come straight up. We could potentially do the same thing we've done with the hydrogen fuel there, or rather the petroleum fuel. But we're not going to for now. I think ideally I just want to move these up to the pole, the same as the other resources. And have this set up as an export world. Okay, so these are going to need to go over those power plants, which is not an issue at all. Not an issue at all. Perfect. Just sneak our way through here, and then right about here, I think I can safely... Just trying to keep it straight, just for aesthetic purposes, but I might not be able to. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to, so we'll just have it follow the normal grid. Then come down. No, wait, not just yet. Follow the normal grid for another few moments. There we go. Now I just want you to come down. Are you capable of following the normal grid? Probably not. Hang on. Best thing to do would be to bring it here. Like so. Tell you what, I'll just keep it at that height until here, and then have it come down. There we go. And I absolutely want to treat this as a remote supply. Not going to export it. Don't need to. And with that being done, that's a huge win. We're now pulling some of the hydrogen off the line there. Still waiting to be able to put it off, or put it on the line in a number of places. But one thing very importantly I need to do, because right now this is just one oil deposit that's fueling all of this. Before I end the episode, we're going to add one more to the line. And I think there's one that's a very, very good candidate. There it is, right there. Easy money. All right. And I think it's in the perfect position, if I'm not mistaken. Oh my god, it is. Perfect. Can't ask for better. So we're just going to spit that oil onto the line here. And we'll do even more. Absolutely. Yeah, it seems like there's still like a lot of hydrogen on the line here. So it might be... Honestly, I might need to have the splitter pulling off the line twice. Let me show you what I mean. We're going to go back to the export point. Yeah. So... if I set you up like this... well, no, it really wouldn't change the rate at which it was going into the line. So, right now the system's just pretty much doing the best that it can. Yeah. So this thing is just full, essentially. One thing that can be done, now that I think about it, this is a situation where a piler would probably come in handy. Let's see if we can put some of those down. Huh. It's not letting me place it there, but I can go over one. And that'll increase the density of that line somewhat. And maybe we can put one other piler at a spot where there's not... let's go around until we find one, because I think there is one spot where there's not. There wasn't quite enough space. I might be wrong, though. In which case, we'll just have to find a spot to put one, which might actually be hard, since we built this around the entire equator. It's so satisfying to see this thing running, though. I love building refinery worlds like this. Plus, it just looks cool from afar, you know? Okay, now I think that's the gap. Yeah, that's the same gap. I just went around the world. Well, crap. Crap, crap, crap. The only thing I can think of... hang on. The only thing I can think of personally is if I delete that there, I can put a piler in there. This is just to reduce the density of the line so that as things go around the planet, it might actually function. And it does work with just one piler this time, I would think, because it's one line going continuously around the planet. So everything as it goes through the piler will be condensed. So that should, in theory, help. But I need to get that splitter set back up. Let's see. Okay, this might work. Yeah, this will totally work. We're golden. And we'll need to do a little bit of work here. Have you connect there. And we're just going to manually bring this line up here. Oh my god, almost 40 minutes into the episode. This game, let me tell you, every time I'm like, oh yeah, I bet I'm at the 20-minute mark. No, just kidding, I'm at 40. Alright, now what the hecking heck is going on? Oh, I see what's happening. Because of this situation where some of these are not able to output, we don't actually have a lot of energetic graphite going onto the line. But what I'm hoping is that with those pilers working, they'll start to free up space in the line. Let's see how this looks after about flying halfway down here. Still doesn't look very good. I can probably pile them even more, truth be told, because I see lots of spaces where a piler might fit. Like, could a piler go there, potentially, for example? Or could a piler... I think there's less space for pilers on the hydrogen line, unfortunately. That's really quite annoying. So I might just have to delete some refiners to make room for them. So here's what I'm going to do. Because the single pilers don't seem to have solved the problem. Yeah, because we're still stacked up here. So I'm going to follow this straight up We're going to go to the opposite side of the planet. And I'm going to add a second piler and just delete a couple of refiners. It's fine. It's totally fine. I choose you. All right. And with those being gone, I can very easily just pop in, especially since the area is covered power-wise. Just pop in a couple of pilers there to make things less dense. And I can always do another one or two of those around the world just to make sure that it works. But what we should hopefully see as I do that, hopefully that's the last time I do, but what we should hopefully see is no more of this completely backed up line, which will enable the rest of the buildings to actually, or the rest of the building's outputs to function normally. Because right now, it's outputting so much stuff that it just doesn't know what to do with itself. But it does look like the amount of oil available is pretty solid. That could change, though, as the rest of the refineries come online. So, good progress. And we're also making good progress through research. We're finally on this particular tech that is not using universe matrices, but in the next episode or two, we might have to actually make some new choices. Mainly going to be repetitive research options at this point, I think. But anyway, now that I'm 42 minutes into this episode, and now that we have a fully functional refinery world, which is just so satisfying, let's take a look at this. Production, local planet. Look at that. I mean, granted, it's consuming a ton of energetic graphite every minute, but I think one of the reasons you're seeing that is there's a big backup of it at the moment. And also we're consuming a bunch of it power-wise. We're producing a lot, and you can see the production going back up. Crude oil looks great, refined oil looks great, hydrogen looks great. So this is working well, and it's going to fund a lot of the stuff we're doing in the future episodes very, very generously, all from this one ocean planet. It's going to be awesome. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day at noon, US Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Yeah, I'm letting the music finish. What of it?